everyone, this is SpideyFan 101, and I'm here today to review Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So, I was very much looking forward to this movie. Really am. Not only because of the animation style, but because it was animated, because it was focused on Miles Morales, because it was Spider-Verse, because of all this, and because it is the second theatrically released Marvel animated film. The first one was, of course, Big Hero 6, and now the second one is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now, Marvel anime films to me, besides Big Hero 6 and this film, have been meh. Like, you know, they haven't been like revolutionary. But of course Big Hero 6 was outstanding, and this film was revolutionary. Like, I love this movie. The movie is not only great because of its animation, but it's great because it didn't hold anything back. Like, I thought I was, like, it felt like I was watching an Incredibles movie. Mainly because, they didn't hold anything back. They showed blood. Well, not a lot of blood. Not like, oh, gushing blood. No, like, more like nosebleeds, like, if someone got shot, which people do get shot in this movie. You know, they show like a little bit of blood, like where the bullet is. As they show death. Like, I'm not gonna go into that whole thing because that would be spoiler territory, but trust me, it will shock you. Alright, let me. My fan was on. There are certain things that are different from the Miles Morales origin in this movie than in the comic, which I didn't have that much of a problem with because, you know, it works out in this film's favor. And you know, this movie was very well it was very well made. Like, the thing about Marvel animated films is that I feel like besides Big Hero 6 in this film, obviously, I feel like all the other Marvel animated films were kind of like just thrown together. But this film and Big Hero 6 proved that Marvel needs to make more animated films like this. And I heard that a Spider-Gwen film was confirmed, which is actually pretty awesome because she was my favorite character in the film. I mean, Miles Morales, trust me, like, he's awesome. He's great. But my favorite Spider-Person in this movie was Gwen. I'm just saying. Spider-Man himself, like Peter Parker, he was great. Although, you know, he was kind of different than I was expecting him to be. But, yeah, like, a lot of things happen, like, in terms of his backstory, in terms of Peter Parker's backstory in this film, a lot of stuff happens that I did not expect. And, you know, it's always good when a film does that, so, great. What else? Spider-Pig, he was fine. Like, he was decent. He was decent. I liked him. Spider-Man Noir, voiced by the legendary Nicolas Cage, was great. And it was cool how, you know, how he talked like he was in those times. And, you know, I didn't know that Spider-Man Noir lived back in the time of the Nazis. I didn't know that. Because in the film he like talks about how, oh, in his universe he likes like fighting Nazis and all that. I'm like, oh, okay. So that was pretty interesting. Penny Parker and the Spider Robot was pretty cool. Oh, I like that as well. I like that still kept that anime style of that character. But yeah, also in terms of the story as well, not just with Miles but with everybody else, like, this film is very mature. Like, one of the things, like, another film, Ralph Breaks the Internet, which also came out, like, which is also like one of my favorite animated films of this year. I was also surprised as to how that film as well was very mature in terms of how it handled things. But this film is also mature in terms of, what goes on in the story and all that. And of course, it's a Spider-Man movie, so you should expect all those things. Like, even though it's animated, it's still very much a Spider-Man movie. Which brings me to, the Spider-Man franchise as a whole. Like, which one is the best in my opinion? Before, I would have told you Spider-Man Homecoming is the best film in all this, out of all the Spider-Man films. I'm gonna have to change that starting now, because now it's Into the Spider-Verse. This film was great. I love every minute of it. And stay through the credits. Trust me, you're gonna love it. But yeah, this film was great. I loved it. And I would go see it again, but I have to see a certain film next week that I'm really excited to see and have been anticipating ever since the announcement of its existence. But yeah, I love this movie either way. So out of 10, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It was outstanding. I think you should all go out and see it. And also see a film that is coming out this week that is really going to be great and that I've been anticipating ever since the announcement of its existence. But yeah, I'm SpideyFan101 saying peace.